Hey everybody, I'm back. I said I'd be back. Just doing some more of this. Gonna do the old pixel art thing here. Hopefully the volume's a little bit better on that. Sorry it was so low. Got my mint tea. And I've got my tablet working. Yeah. For some reason, sometimes the tablet software loses track of what screen you're functioning with. So I was actually, when I was playing with the pen, the cursor wasn't moving on the screen here, it was moving on a different screen, and I didn't see it. So I just had to tell it what screen it's supposed to be working on. So yeah. Looks like it's caught in the loop here, so I'm gonna put it back at the beginning. So the smoke is looking pretty good. Putting a lot of time on it, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. And that one frame where they're like split up, I feel like that might need to be spaced out just a little bit more, or like kind of given like a V shape a little bit more. Because right now it just looks like columns. Yeah, so there's some things I'm looking at here that I didn't quite catch, or I wasn't paying attention to. This area here and this area here, they don't look like they're moving forward. These just look like they're standing still, and this one, it looks like it's actually getting smaller. This, I don't know, lost it. I don't know, there's movement there, but it doesn't look like it. So yeah. Now I have to remember what I was doing. Top swamp, was it? Is that what that is now? There's some top swamp here. Oh, not really sure what I'm doing yet. Still gotta get like a good warm up before I start really moving. I don't know. Oh, that's what I was seeing. Oh, there it is. I actually don't like what I've drawn here. Now that I'm looking at it. This here, the layers better. This one? Yeah. Might clear that out. I'm gonna fill it back in with the dirt color. And then I'm gonna fix it here. I think it should be lower. Yeah, something like that. Oh, hey, Amarika. I didn't see you there. Yeah, I made the music for it too. Yeah, I got the little guys going. I just got that set up today. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I made the music. This is something I made a couple years ago. I kind of just made like an EP for myself to listen to. I never really fully published it even, and I didn't really promote it at all. But it's just kind of playing around with Ableton. But I think I'm gonna make more after I'm done making the game music. Oh, you just stopped working on your own project. What kind of project are you working on, man? Oh, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Looks better. I don't know, it could use some more brown. Oh, playing with Unity. A sensor as a controller. That sounds awesome, actually. That sounds really cool. Very interested to see how that works out. Very ice cold beer. Like if you played that. No, I haven't played that. I've never heard of ice cold beer. But I've heard of like people using strange controllers. I know there was like a GDC thing where people would bring their games that they made that had strange controllers. Like one group of devs made like a couch controller that you had to like sit on the couch somehow to play the game. I don't really know how it was, but that stuff's really cool. I remember someone made a game with like a LED rope or something like that. Really cool, different methods of making games out there. Yeah, I'm definitely into variety when it comes to making games. I know some people are just like, I only do one thing, or like right now there's a big push for like wholesome games. There's a whole lot of people that are like, I only make wholesome, cute games, and it's like, that's great that you're like really into something, but I can't just segment games into one thing and be like, yeah, I'm only into this. Kind of like all of it. Like I even like some of the cute, wholesome games even. Exactly, you gotta make what you enjoy. So it's great that people found like a niche or a niche that they're like really into, that they completely enjoy. But for me, it's like I like everything. I really liked retro games, and I kind of want to keep that kind of style going because I think there's a lot of fun that can be had with that aesthetic. But the way that they were presented to me, or as to us, when at least I was a kid when I found games, so I had to use my imagination, and the pixel art was crude but beautiful, and the display was crude as well, and the whole experience was really kind of awe-inspiring for me, and it just kind of changed the way that I looked at the world and the way that I thought about life in general. And I made a decision very early on that I wanted to make games. I think I was, like 5 or so, 6 maybe. I'm not really sure. Probably even 4 when I decided that I wanted to make games. I just didn't really know what that entailed. And I had well, I knew that more than one people, it took more than one person to make games. I had no idea that the future would provide tools like Unity to make it possible for a single person to make a whole entire game. Right on. Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of devs today feel that way, that like the early games, kind of whatever they found like really spoke to them because that's what they found, you know, and you had to use your imagination. Not to mention that when the medium was young, they knew that you had to use your imagination, so they kind of worked that into the design. You know, a lot of times they would pay for this, you know, cool box art, and the artist would make something really cool, and you would kind of use that to fit the rest, but that wasn't even always the case, you know, like look at Mario, where the box art was just a picture of the pixel art. But yeah, you know, you had to pretend that there was some type of relationship there, but on the other side, the dev was kind of pretending that there was a relationship there as well. So if both parties are pretending that there's a relationship there, then all of a sudden there kind of is a relationship there, and it's a one-way thing. But in a lot of ways, with testing and stuff like that, you can kind of guess a player's experience as best as you can. And I think that's really kind of the core of what game design is. So it's no surprise that it was evident in the early games, especially the good ones. And I think that's what pushes me is the like game design theory more than so much like the trends of gaming. And don't get me wrong, I'm interested in the trends of gaming as much as any other game designer. And not just because, you know, money or trends, you know, player bases rely on trends and stuff like that, but like it's just nice to know what's going on, and also like what the zeitgeist is thinking, and I don't know, sometimes there's good ideas out there, like roguelites. I never would have saw that coming, like on my own thinking, you know, but I actually really enjoy the genre. It's not like my favorite, but there's a lot of good that's come from it. And I play quite a few roguelites these days. I look at my Switch catalog and I'm like, wow, I play a lot of roguelites. Yep. Every once in a while, a game comes along and speaks to you. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, it doesn't happen as much as it used to when I was younger, but it's still a thing for me. Like I still find games I like quite frequently. I've been playing a lot of Switch games recently, so I'll find the cheap ones. I think a lot of people kind of follow this same trend where something goes on sale and they catch it and it's like $1 or $2, and they're like, well, that kind of looks like something I'd enjoy, so I'm gonna check it out just because it's like $2. It's in that impulse buy range, so I've kind of capitalized on that, actually. Like a lot of the games that I've gotten on my Switch were super cheap, and some of them aren't great, you know, but some of them are really great. Some of them are really awesome for what they were. Obra Dinn, you say you highly recommend Obra Dinn. I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of that one. I'm gonna see if I can pull up a window on it real quick. Take a look at it so I can know what you're talking about. Where did it go? Lost my cursor there for a second. Oh wow. Okay, no, I know this game. I didn't know the title. I know it just by the art though. That's so cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull this window over. This art style, super cool. Obra Dinn, the Return of Obra Dinn. So it's like a dithering algorithm within the. It's like a shader, right? That you put on the camera essentially, and the renderer interprets the data and spits out these really beautiful, like pixelated, dithered. In this case, it looks like they're just using like monochrome, which is super cool. So it gives it this like 1-bit like effect, but it's a 3D game. Take a closer look. These are 3D models. They've got skeletons and animations. In this picture, that's cool. This one, it looks like there's a particle effect going on with probably some of the visual shader graph stuff. So like all of these visual effects, and then a filter to make it look like pixel art, and it looks cool. Yeah, this has actually been in development for a while, if I remember correctly. I feel like I've seen it around. Very cool. Thanks for that. Thanks for bringing that to attention. Oh, by the Papers, Please guy. Okay. It was on your backlog for a long time, you say. You wish you knew anything about shaders. Okay, well, shaders are actually really useful, and if you have Unity 2020, you gotta set up your pipeline to be the universal pipeline rather than the standard pipeline. It asks you when you start a new project, so you don't really want to switch pipelines on a project. That's something that they don't really explain because I think they're kind of ashamed of it. But if you look anywhere about it, they'll tell you, yeah, you can't really just switch. Yeah, you set that up at the beginning to be the universal pipeline, or you could do the high definition if you want. But the universal one is probably more suited towards what you're trying to do. And then so once you have that, then you can use shader graph and which then you can just make like nodes to build your shaders. It's actually pretty easy. To be honest, I've never done it in Unity. I've done it in a whole bunch of different softwares to make shaders with nodes. I just haven't actually done it in Unity yet. I've gotten pretty close to doing it, but the project that I'm in isn't using that pipeline. It's using the standard pipeline because I started it before the universal rendering pipeline came out. So yeah, I can't upgrade the project. It would be like rebuilding all the graphics in the project. Yeah, so it just wouldn't be worth it. But for the next project, I'm definitely going to use the universal pipeline, universal rendering pipeline rather. And yeah, is that the right layer? I think it's the right layer. It didn't hurt anything. Oh, did it? It did hurt something. Get out of there. Where's the right layer? Wall smoke? Is that what that is? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, that. Oh yeah. Thanks for stopping in, Amar. I really appreciate it, man. Oh, having two layers with the smoke is really not a great idea. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'll definitely keep it up. I'm gonna be streaming more and more. This is my second stream for today, but I'll definitely see you around, man, for sure. Thanks for dropping in. weird. There's dirt on the smoke there. I think it used to be called dirt. Oh man, the layers. Oh, you know, I keep forgetting to make like a tweet. Maybe I should set up a annoying automated tweet. Nah, probably not. This is kind of going to be an interesting part. The walls are rising, but there's like smoke on either side. So I'm going to be like erasing big chunks. Putting in some smoke here. Change the silhouette. Just kind of guessing on how the dust would look here. You know, I should have asked Amar if the levels were okay. I didn't even think about that. But it's all good. Oh, I hit the mic. My bad. Instead of fighting the layers, I think I'm just gonna redraw things. Because I kind of end up doing that anyways, right? So, like, what's the difference? That one moved. But pretty much the same difference. Wrong tool. Over here somewhere. I feel like that last one grew too much, huh? don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here. Contiguous. Gonna make everything look cloud-like, you know, because they're clouds. That looks like a blob right now. Cool. Clouds are kind of blobs, right? So I think that the trick to making clouds is you have one big one medium one small one big one medium one small one big one medium one small one. You just have to keep repeating that pattern. And then if it doesn't work, start erasing in that same pattern. That's my trick for clouds. I'm not a cloud aficionado. I'm not known for my clouds. Try not to make them look like blobs. They have appendages. I don't know. Make them look more natural. They can have appendages. Just don't make them look like blobs. Yeah, so this cross-shaped brush has been very useful for cutting away. And I'm just kind of drawing circles. And you can kind of make things look a little jagged on the inside where the cloud's been pulled away. You don't want it to look too jagged, because then it starts to look more like a jellyfish. Like this guy here. I don't know what I'm doing. Unjellified. So some clouds are missing still. At least all the clouds are accounted for. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving with this top layer. Nice to be not underneath everything. And then I'll just kind of erase away from it as I need to. I think this should actually make things go smoother. That button. So yeah, what I'm doing here now is I'm kind of cutting in the way wind would, right? So I'm kind of trying to simulate wind with circular strokes, and then kind of cutting off any like unnatural edges that appear. Because it should still be rounded off for the most part, but the wind can make some sharp shapes. But since it's pixel art, you kind of want to just have good control over those shapes. Make sure there's nothing too ugly. Pixel art can tend to make ugly shapes if you're not on top of it. So to keep things random on this part where it's still growing, I'm cutting away at certain parts and then growing other parts, just kind of randomly. Not completely randomly, but just kind of looking at seeing what needs to be like normalized, I guess, in a sense. The way I think of audio being normalized. Like averaged out. Yeah, because I want it to look like it's dissipating, but I don't want it to like show the bottom yet. So I'm gonna like go up to the edge and then I'm gonna come back in and make sure it's not showing. But I want to make sure it's still like has this smoke appearance as it kind of dissipates. Because it's mostly the wall that's going to be making smoke now, not so much where that thing scooted, but that made like a lot of dust, so that dust is gonna like kind of still move through the air here. Just kind of cleaning up stray pixels. I could probably do it with stray pixels, but for this zoomed out look, I think it's gonna look better without any stray pixels. If I was zoomed in, I'd be more inclined to use stray pixels. Stray pixels are great for explosions and stuff like that. I know a lot of tutorials and stuff say stay away from stray pixels, but in animation, you can get away with it. In fact, if you know what you're doing with it, you can draw people's eyes and their attention using stray pixels. But for single images where you have time to like, I don't know, just really observe and kind of examine, right? That's the word I was looking for. If you have time to examine it, then you might see, like, I don't know, if you look long enough at anything, you'd be like, oh, well, this pixel there, like, shouldn't be there, and now that pixel's there, like, maybe that one should be there, and this one there, like, you could go, and then all of a sudden you have a different image, right? And then you look out and you're like, oh, that different image doesn't look good. So you go back and change it, and it can take forever. And this is why pixel artists take so much pride in their work. And rightfully so, because it's a very difficult thing. But pixel animation is similar and different in the same respect. Some people will tear apart animations frame by frame, but it's not something you see all the time. That's something that happens when you're already really good. And then so much they're not tearing it apart as they're just examining it. And that's when you can see that great artists have gotten away with some what some people might call flaws or mistakes, cutting some corners that help them move quickly in their work or whatever the scenario or case was for using that shortcut. Maybe it works, and the person who's examining it doesn't quite fully understand the reasons why. I see that in design all the time. So parts of the overlap in the foreground. should probably be using my former method, the method I was using previously, earlier today, where I just kind of destroy it and then rebuild it, because it helps me to make sure that it's moving, and it helps me to know what I've already affected. Pretty quick and easy to do. Yeah. Kind of trying to make it look like it's filling this area with smoke. It's already been 50 minutes. You saw my head poking, I was looking at the angle so I could see the time there. Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna keep going here with the smoke. I know that layer wasn't completely done yet, but it was pretty close. The smoke is not really moving up there in the sky as much anymore, but that's okay. I'm more worried about what's happening here on the ground. Alright, as you can see, I kind of have to start over on this layer a bit, so I'm just kind of winging it. So the trick is to mix it up. I know I made it sound really easy with like the small, medium, big, but I mean, like that's the basics of it, right? the trick is to like know where you need a small, where you need a big, and where you need a medium. And yeah, you don't really want a whole bunch of bigs next to each other, and you don't want a whole smalls next to each other, and a whole bunch of mediums next to each other. You just kind of space them out. But when you're drawing, sometimes it's easier to just make a pattern and go with that pattern and try to randomize it as you need to. All this smoke has been pushed. So when you push smoke, you draw circles out. Oh. That was that little bit there. That way it didn't get eaten. And yeah, same thing. This wall is actually moving forward, so that to try to help that, I'm gonna actually build up this smoke and kind of have it be building up, right? Because it's being pushed. And kind of trapped in these corners, right? Brush. Let's start. Actually, I'm not sure if I like all this there. I think the bricks should probably go all the way down. Or something. I don't know. I never finished that area just for sake of ease. So, in that same spirit, I might just leave it for the sake, or for the time being. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that when I did it. All these ones need to be moved. So yeah, there's gonna be one last burst of smoke as it moves out. All these frames, man. So much work. Alright, so I'm just gonna... Oh, didn't want to do that. I'm gonna work here at this top smoke layer, I think. Right here could be exposing the smoke. Probably here too. Yeah, so this area here is gonna have smoke. Because it didn't clear it out, it just hit it for a second. Because the walls were growing, they're raising, but then they've expanded, so it's showing more of the inside again. It doesn't need to be in front of this thing. I didn't think about that. You fixed it? And then the smoke can start dissipating inside. I think the reason why this is such a good brush shape is because people recognize it as a particle. I mean, they kind of did back then, but not nearly as much as they do today, because it's like Minecraft, you know? Doesn't look very good, huh? That's not the right letter. Oh. I don't even want to mess with it at this point. See how it looks from the start. It actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. So, that was just gonna disappear. There. So I'm gonna fix that. Whoa. That's yeah, I should probably just grab everything, huh? Zooming right along now. The guy flew right out of the frame. Okay, they gotta leave some there. I went too far with that one. how this looks. Actually, not too bad. The clouds kind of move away. There's like a frame where they stop, though. What is this? Why aren't you moving? Let's try to move that. That fix it. Yeah, I think it fixed it. Let me take another look here. Yeah. Now I just need to do the highlights. Oh man. What time am I running here? Hour and 20 minutes? I'm gonna take a short break. Yeah. I'll leave the animation going. But I'm going to fill a can out and use the mic. Give me 1 second to do that. Where's my face? I just remember to turn the stuff back on.
subliminally spewing out what you want me to eat. Confused by what's wrong with me, searching out what can't be seen now. I want way to where you waste my time. I want way to where you kill my vibe. I want way to where, but I'll get mine. I want way to where, but not my mind. Can't remember what it used to be. Thinking back is frightening to me. All alone, rush drive to be like breathing life into a machine. No one knows what's right for me. Yeah, now the dream has trespassing. I want way to where you waste my time. I want way to where you kill my vibe. I want way to where, but I'll get mine. I want way to where, but not my mind. And I can't be what you want me to be. A listless soul that swears it's free. No belief could be instilled in me to be the senseless dependent smilly bleed. Gone part of society would be wise to advance to its needs, but I want way to where you waste my time. I want way to where you kill my vibe. I want way to where, but I'll get mine. I want way to where, but not my mind.
And I'm back. Make sure the webcam is on, and it is. Okay. Sorry about the break. I am ready to go. Mostly I just had to sit down, but give me a good chance to look at what's going on here. There needs to be more dirt. Now that we've got the smoke cleared out, we need another poop of dirt right here, and then again here. So I'm going to do that. That's what it needs the most right now. I mean, the highlights would be nice. I think that frame. Yeah, I don't think. I'm gonna fix this frame real quick. If I can find the right layer, yeah. Because it's too big to be separated. The eye sees it, and it's like, wait, what's that? It doesn't look right. I think something like that looks a little better, maybe fix that a little bit. Oh, I see what's going on, there's dirt there. Hole. There we go. I don't think hole is a... Wait, wall string. Okay. However it works. Alright, so back to the dirt. Boom. It's gonna look like that. I don't know where Just gonna put a new layer above dirt, above landing dirt, and call it more dirt. Yes, more dirt. It's gonna look like this. So I want it to be like 1 pixel like that. And I need to kind of know the angle, so it's gotta be like whoosh. Sometimes it helps when you make sound effects when you're drawing animations. Like with your mouth, I mean. Like when I said whoosh, it was to make it draw, to make me draw it correctly. That's why I said whoosh. It's an important factor. I feel like the music might be just a little loud. I don't know. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. I'll probably regret it later, but whatever. I don't know, last time it was so quiet, so maybe, I'm gonna keep it where it's, yeah, I'm gonna keep it where it was at. Second guess my judgment there. So I kinda like that. I feel like there should be some going on here too. To give it the look of like a consistent thing going on here, like it's really wreaking havoc. Like the bits of dirt are making it further than the smoke, because it's really ramming that dirt. But then run into the everything's gotta be changing every frame. This has to be dirt now too, right? Actually, I do want all of that stuff linked. I want to go in. Draw even more. I'm gonna unlink them. Yep, just spraying dirt here. Nothing technical here, just kind of sketching as if it was a pencil or a pen or something like that. Kind of leaving an unrefined edge and some straight pixels in between, making it look like it was kind of spattered onto the trees there, because we're far away from it. Alright, so just like before, all of this in between stuff needs to be filled in because it's now covered in dirt. This dirt should actually start coming out here too. No one will notice it, but it helps with the effect. The stuff that you draw in that no one notices, that's the kind of stuff that ultimately sells the animation. Because your brain sees it, especially if it's on repeat. Someone might actually notice it. Artists and other people that like animation might actually notice little things like right here. Your eye might actually notice it when you're looking, and then you can see that the rest of it is if it was on looped. But if there wasn't that little bit there, you know. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Take special care here. Make sure it looks kind of cool. That's the only spot where people are really going to see it, because it's going to be moving really fast. I think it needs more dirt. So I'm gonna put it on the more dirt layer. Seems to be a good spot for it. With a brush tool. should be dirt. Just use a bigger brush here. Feeling pretty good about that. I want to get this highlighted. The way I did that was I found spots where I could kind of like almost intersect and have it look good. And then I did those spots first. And then I went in and kind of fixed everything else. I didn't want to do too many of those spots. I did want some where very close and did intersect because I'm trying to make it look good, you know? Yeah, I like that. Was I on the right layer? Yes, I was. Okay, cool. Pass the test. Yeah. For a split second, I was like, is this gonna be worth it? It's gonna be worth it. If I stay excited about it, it'll go easy. The circles are getting smaller. Hitting the other layer again doesn't really surprise me. Just have to work around it for a bit and get back to it later. You know? Try this again. I think these clouds are turning out pretty cool, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to finish them tonight, but what time do we got? Like 1:35. You know, I should have figured something out. Ball smoke. Ball smoke highlight. That is the solution. I'm just gonna stay up here from this point on, so I don't have to deal with 2 layers. I will have to deal with remembering that if I ever have to go back and edit. That's just the life of an animator. Did I even do what I wanted to do? Oh yeah. I guess if you want to get good at clouds, I guess animating them is a them there to get rid of them. And you have to draw them over and over again. You want to get good at drawing anything. You know how to animate it. You either have to study its anatomy and its movements in 3D, or draw it over and over again in 2D. Take your pick. That's animation. I've always enjoyed both forms, to be honest. There we go. Yeah, you know, I think Dream Avatars was worth it. $15 seemed steep, but you know what? I got a lot of enjoyment out of first playing with it. I think I'm gonna get more enjoyment out of playing with it in the future. A couple people already seem to enjoy it. I'm sure that the person who first what's the word? Told me about it. the person who first mentioned it, he actually offered it as like almost point of advice to be like, it was easy perp, and it was on stream just a few days ago. He was saying to check it out, and I did, and I was like, yeah, that looks like something I could use. And honestly, the first time I saw it, I didn't understand what it was, but I thought it was super cool. I think it was, whose stream was that? Pirate Software. Pirate Games. Or Pirates, I think it's called Pirate Software. They're making, or they made. What the heck was the name of that game? It was an RPG, pixel art. I cannot remember the name of it. I never ended up playing it. I had the demo, so I think I did actually play the demo. Now that I think about it. I'm trying to remember the name. It had nothing to do with the studio's name, which is fine. My game name doesn't have anything to do with my studio name either. Maybe it'll come to me. No, I don't think it's gonna come to me. But the stream is really good, you know. It's always jam-packed with people, so it's interesting to see how much work actually gets done, considering it's like a 3-man studio or something like that. Since they're patching the game and they got it funded on Kickstarter, I think like that. I'm pretty sure they're doing pretty well. Not like amazingly well. They're indie, but since there's only 3 of them, I think there's only 3. They might hire more. Seems to be the popular trend amongst indies to hire people that you can't afford to keep in-house. Makes sense. I'll probably end up doing the same thing. Or I might end up finding work that way. Forget about that little guy. I forget about him last week. No. Man, this is taking forever. I'm not even on the right layer anymore. Am I guess I was. I don't know if I was. What was I thinking when I said I was gonna make these awesome cutscenes? But I guess if I'm gonna make them, I might as well make them awesome, right? zoom in for this. Gotta make them look cloudy, you know? Smoky, rather. Dusty? I don't even know. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. What's going on there at the end? Going over everything. Oh man. Oh man, I need to sit down. I need to take a little sit break here. It won't be long. Just, my legs are getting tired. I'm not really set up to do a sitting stream, so I'm just gonna sit for a bit and then I'll be right back. I'm back. Yeah, so I kind of want to fix that frame. It's just bothering me at the end there. Where everything turns white and all that dirt is, well, too high on the layers, the hierarchy. And I'm just going to erase it. On that frame, because that's the quickest solution here. Cool. I finally understand what the line behind the dot means. It means that these ones are connected to those ones, but that one in the middle is unlinked. Alright, that should fix that. Is the ugliness again. The smoke is almost done. Feel good about finishing it now. Okay, where are we at? At the... Finish that? This will be pretty cool when it's done. I'm excited. Excuse me. Some water. Ah, much better. Bubbly. It's funny that there was a object flying up it. Let's expect it to be sky. Drawings. A sample from some documentary about graffiti. It's a decent documentary, it wasn't amazing. So a British guy complaining about drawings and words on the wall. Yeah. Funny side story about this song. I had it, or that song, I had it mastered. I was having it mastered by my friend. I didn't actually end up using what he did because I wasn't super happy with it, fortunately. But I needed a better monitor system to figure out what I was doing with the mix, and didn't have these yet. And I was just kind of guessing. But after he gave it back to me, he said, yeah, I guess I could understand the appeal of a song that repeats the word drugs over and over again. I was like, what? He thought it was saying drugs instead of drawings. But what are you gonna do? A lot of times I just kind of make music for myself, I suppose. Like, this was gonna be for a game. I wasn't happy with how it turned out, and the game never finished, so... Like, I like that background melody. But the rest of it I'm not super fond of. Yeah. Still super paranoid though about the audio. I mean, I'm looking at the levels, so I know they're coming through. I'm like, is the desktop audio coming through on OBS? One time I got feedback on this track, I'll never forget, because the person thought that the way that I had the attack set up on the strings, he thought that it was like a delay or like an unintentional like lag. But I never went back and changed it. I was always kind of happy with the way that I had the attack set up. It kind of like it fades in. Like if you were coming at a stringed instrument with a bow, like kind of slowly. Like picking up velocity. This top explosion is I'm just gonna put it right on there. But probably should have made that smaller. to make sure I didn't forget it. The layer went pretty quick, or that frame went pretty quick. So it's just on these corners. It's not just on the... Wherever the wall is. Sure. It's like I've forgotten what layer I was on before. I don't think these ones are hand animated anymore, they're just dragged around, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time highlighting them, because I'm probably just going to end up erasing this and doing it over. But that's okay, because that means I'm pretty much done here. Pretty much. and I can't wait to blow up those mountains. Like, I haven't mentioned it, but the mountains are going to blow up. They're going to become volcanoes naturally. Well, unnaturally. Pretty good. Always save, right? Always. Other than the clouds, like, not being fully animated at the end, like... I don't know, you can't really tell. Something going on the left side, on both sides of the centerpiece there. Yeah, someone wanted to make sound effects for it. I told them they could. I mean, I don't really have it in the budget to pay someone for sound effects. I can do it myself. But since they're inspired, it's like, yeah, sure, like if you want to. But if it's not really up to the standards of the game, then I can't really use it. But I didn't really say that because that's kind of like, I don't know. Usually when people offer stuff, they don't usually jump on the opportunity to do it for free. A lot of times it's kind of like a foot in the door to just be like, well, I could do the whole thing if you pay me, kind of thing. It's like, But we'll just have to see how that goes. I'm not about to make any early judgment calls on something like that. Just have to communicate if it actually goes through, because I'm obviously making changes to the animation, and I did tell him that. So I don't think any sound effects are getting made until the animation's done, because that would be smart. But there is a lot of sounds to think about, right? You got like the shink of the metal, and then the of the crater, and then you got the walls coming up, the machine sounds of each of the like start and stops, right? Engines, and then of course the big blast and the build up for that, right? And the ding 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 for the red light, right? Anyways, I'm excited for it. I kind of want to do like just a couple more frames to the end. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I think I want to make the lava grow. Maybe I'll do that, and then I'll be like, I'll call it tonight. Make or export a GIF, and where's my orange pool here? Explosion. What happened there? I'll have to fix it. Oh.
time I go on like them a wicked man and bad man, you know. Meditation lose the way, lead the way, Rastafari. Selassie, yeah. Around and the money and the gold. I won't live in the dark, I lose control. But I won't have that never been told. Since they want it all, we in the cold. Around and the money and the gold. Around and the money and the gold. I won't live in the dark, I lose control. But I won't have that never been told. Since they want it all, we in the cold. Around and the money and the gold. 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 Around and the money and the gold.
I think the smokestacks are gonna ignite, or start pumping out smoke, rather. There's gonna be like an electric charge that starts building. That's all gonna happen pretty quickly. That's mostly just because I want things to be moving quickly. It's an action game. I don't want to spend too much time on a cutscene, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna start that tonight. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Definitely needs some work still. I want to do before bed, I want to make that thing charred. You know what, because then I gotta chart everything, right? Maybe that's just too much work. It looked cool, but I'll think about it, you know? Alright, I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna export and call it a night. Oh, I guess I don't need to export on stream, right? So, yeah, I guess I'll see you the next time. Thanks for joining. Check out Retro Spaceball if you haven't yet. It's free to play on itch, meaning that you can go and play it. It's a demo. It's beta, so it's free. There's no in-app purchases or anything like that. It's going to be premium when it's done. It's going to take a little bit to make here, but go check it out if you haven't yet, and join me next time. I'm going to call it a night though. Thank you.